Retroactive jealousy bombshells, those little insights into your partner's past that dropped unexpectedly into your awareness. Let's say you're a guy and you're 3 months into a new relationship with a woman and you're out on a date together. You've just had pizza, nice, with a beer. She's had a glass of vino. You're feeling good. It's all good. And you're both walking down the high street and then she sort of laughs and she points to this residential street around the corner and she says, "Oh, do you know what? I had a one-night stand that ended up down there. I think it was that house with the tree outside." And she laughs again. How does that land with you? As a therapist who works with retroactive jealousy, I often hear about these reveals. And I think if you're that guy, it's natural to feel a bit of, oh, I'm not sure I needed to know that. And for some of us, it's like a bomb just dropped. Intense discomfort and anxiety, and lots of thinking and wondering. Who was he? When was it? How was it? How many streets have you had one-night stands down? Do you miss all that? Was it better? What about me? Relentless mental images and movies of her in that house with the tree outside. And it's like the gut punch that just keeps punching. And there's that question of why. Why do partners tell us these things? And why like this? It could have been a misjudged overshare after a big glass of wine. The story seemed funny in the moment and she felt comfortable enough to say it, even if it was a bit out there. That's all it was. Maybe it's a sign of her confidence. Here you go, fully know me. Maybe she dated another guy who went weird or shamed her when she talked about her past. She doesn't want that again, she's telling you now. Or it's a way of keeping her end up. You've mentioned the lads' holidays that you used to go on, and she's letting you know that she's lived a bit. Don't take me for granted. Or maybe it's a red flag. If it came across as passive-aggressive or completely thoughtless, if she's putting you down, if it was actually meant to hurt you, a bit weird, a bit toxic, it's possible. It depends on the context, of course, and if you're reeling with anxiety, panic, disgust perhaps, that has context too. Your relationship history, how you feel about this kind of thing, how secure you are, and maybe how your mind deals with uncertainties like this, how sticky these kinds of thoughts and feelings are for you. Guys often tell me they've had retroactive jealousy doubts in previous relationships with different partners. There's a pattern there. Now let's say it's the same scenario. It's date night with your partner, pizza, glass of wine, and she points down that side street and she says, "I had a one-night stand down there ages ago." And it is ages ago because you've been married to her for 12 years. How does that land with you? I think it's natural to feel some discomfort. But what if this is a retroactive jealousy bombshell? What do you mean ages ago? Are you trying to tell me something? Do you think about this a lot? Was he better than me? Do you actually prefer casual then? What, am I just a nice house and stability then? What else don't I know? It might have been an innocuous overshare after a glass of wine, nothing more than that. Or it could be a put down, a deliberate low blow. Context is everything, and you have more context after 12 years together. Maybe she didn't plan to say it. The wine was involved, but it was a little signal. 12 years together. Maybe she's saying, hey, guess what? There's still more to me for you to discover. If you feel some unease as that guy, you don't have to pretend everything's fine, but you also don't have to get defensive or interrogate her. You could say, that caught me off guard. Can we talk about this tomorrow? This could open up the conversation about us and our needs, 12 years in, etc. An overdue conversation perhaps, but a constructive, loving one. The boat of our relationship is being rocked a bit, and that's uncomfortable, but sometimes it's necessary. But if retroactive jealousy goes off, anxiety, panic, massive resentment for what was said, it's kind of an opportunity missed. And I've seen guys spiral for months over a disclosure that, yes, it was awkwardly made, but it actually came from their partner wanting to feel more known by them. And then retroactive jealousy got triggered, and it kind of distorted the whole signal. And I know this is hard to hear if you're struggling. If your partner has shared things about their past, and you're hurting, and you're confused, and you're tormented by it, but it's worth considering. What if this wasn't an attack? And it may be a recognition that both of you are a bit fused together. You're a bit too on the same page. And it's a partner saying, hey, I'm still alive here. I love you, but I need a spark. And on the receiving end of that, it can feel shocking, anxiety-inducing. Why are you rocking the boat here? If we've settled into the comfort and stability and the predictability of a partner just like us or fully known, that might have us reacting with retroactive jealousy. It's not comfortable or easy, but entering a growth phase rarely is. In good long-term relationships, that predictability and fusion with our partners, it isn't sustainable anyway. Something comes along to mix things up, and maybe sometimes it starts with a little disclosure like this. And if that kickstarts the right conversation, the relationship grows. Context. Partners reveal themselves in all kinds of ways. 3 months in, 3 years in, 25 years, 40 years in. And if you're spiraling in retroactive jealousy, triggered by something your partner shared or said, hold on to yourself. Slow down. Yes, you feel unease. You're really not sure, and you may have your reasons for that. Remember the full picture of who this person is to you. See my other videos for advice on where you might go next. Understanding this feeling and having healthy, realistic perspective here. Yes, there are thoughtless, cruel, deceiving partners out there, but very often, most often, retroactive jealousy springs from our own self-doubt, our own defensiveness, and often it's a call for growth in a good relationship with someone who's growing with us. I hope this gives some perspective to what is a challenging situation, and thank you for watching.